If you install modern software on a 30-year-old computer, the computer doesn't magically become faster, it simply crashes. We often believe that installing the physical hardware of democracy, like a constitution, voting booths, courts, and elections, automatically grants society a freedom. But hardware is only as good as the software running inside the minds of the people operating it. When a society adopts democratic institutions on paper but continues to run on a feudal mindset in daily life, democracy becomes a performative shell. To understand why, we have to recognize what feudalism actually seems like in today's life. At its core, it is not just an ancient medieval system of landlords and peasants. It is a psychological operating system. It relies on a few baseline assumptions, just like seniority equals absolute authority, or holding power grants immunity from accountability, and the average individual is a subject to be managed rather than a sovereign individual to be served. When this software remains unexamined, changing the formal structures of government changes nothing about the distribution of human dignity. Elected officials simply step into the shoes of feudal monarchs. Administrative machinery defaults to muscle memory, and viewing the citizen not as a taxpayer with fundamental rights but as an obstacle to be cleared or a subordinate to be commanded. On paper, you have voters, but in reality, on the ground, you have subjects. This is why true governance of the people was never guaranteed by a ballot box or EVM. History shows us that real liberation happens only when the individual refuses to accept the psychological premise of feudalism. It starts when you stop treating unearned authority as unquestionable. It starts when you refuse to mistake physical compliance for genuine respect. And it starts when you realize that no legal document on paper can grant you dignity if a society's culture continuously demands subservience from you. You cannot beg a feudal mindset for democratic empathy. The only way forward is to build unshakable sovereign leverage, while intellectually, economically, and mentally. Because democracy on paper is merely just a promise. Democracy in the minds is a real power.